Welcome back to the weekly news roundup. This is the privacy edition. This is recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, if you want to come along. Before we dive on into the news, if you are in need of a new mobile carrier, consider looking at Mint Mobile. I personally changed my phone number, my personal number, over to Mint Mobile as of right around Christmas time, and I will save about $600, $700 or so this year on cell phone for actually more data and better service. So have a look at Mint Mobile, tlm.li/mm, and on to the news. All right, first in the news, the FBI used a Philadelphia protester's Etsy profile, LinkedIn, and some other internet history to charge her with setting police cars ablaze. We are in this interesting time. If there's anything good coming out of rioting in the streets, maybe, just maybe, some people will wake up and go, I should be more private on the internet. Good. We need that. And yes, you can have some privacy on the internet. I know that some people say that, hey, once you're on the internet, there is no privacy. That is not true. Privacy is a rolling thing. The more you can prevent somebody from tracking the things you're doing, the better off you're going to be. VPNs can help in this, but it is arguable you're just kicking the can down the road. But things like Tor, of course, yeah, I didn't cover it in the news here, but Facebook actually did help somebody de-anonymize a Tor user. It was a very interesting way they went about it. Actually, one that has been well known to work for a long time, but anyway, it is what it is. But nevertheless, maybe people will start looking at all the social media stuff and all these things and be like, you know what? Maybe we just need to stop putting so much stuff on the internet, stop relying on the internet so much, get devices and things like, leave the cell phone at home at times, get a better privacy focused one, or, if you need to take it with you for emergencies, wrap it up in a tinfoil box or something for a while. But anyway, utilizing the Etsy profile in LinkedIn, and it was actually ends up being like a review of a t-shirt. It might have been the t-shirt she was wearing. They took some information from Instagram and figured out who this masked person with the Molotov cocktail happened to be. And of course, like, oh my God, you're arresting people. What you do? It's like, no, you're rioting in the street. You're setting things on fire that don't belong to you. That's certainly a problem. That is called riotous behavior. That is not a peaceful protest. Do not call yourself a peaceful protest with a Molotov cocktail in your hand that you intend to use on somebody else's personal property or public property, for this matter, whatever that happens to be worth. I'm okay with your protest. That's cool. You can be protesting all you want. I don't mind. But just stop being a rioter and a looter. That's not good. All right, Amazon Alexa. Hey, Alexa, order me some unicorn meat. All right, so Amazon Alexa is now the only way to play Zynga's latest Words with Friends in the newer version, the newer updates. So if you were a person that liked to play Words with Friends, you're going to have to get yourself an Alexa so that you can go ahead and play with this, because we're all like, oh, I'm so addicted to my games. All right, I'll succumb to the technology so I can keep playing my video games. No. I kind of have to, I hear your plight, though. I do hear your plight. Like, Blizzard has been destroying Warcraft 3. I actually found that there is a Discord server committed to keeping it back on Warcraft version 1.27b, which is the best version of Warcraft 3, and they walk you through how you can change your servers to their custom settings so you can keep playing Battle.net with your friends in version 1.27b before they introduced the Battle.net crap and the online subscription and the we have control over anything and everything you do with the game that you purchased 25 years ago. That's just nonsense. I hear your plight, but let's go ahead and take some extra steps and figure out other ways to do things. Like, hey, you know what? Words with text. Let's just figure out how to play Scrabble over text messaging. Okay, snap a photo of the board, do some text messaging. It's going to be a crazy nightmare, but it's certainly better than giving all of your data to, hey, Alexa, order me some unicorn meat. Confirm. All right. So with that being said, let's go on over to this interesting one. If you were really concerned and you're like, all right, guys, we're keeping all our cell phones in the other room, we're not going to be heard, beware, because these cybersecurity guys figured out how to use a telescope to figure out what you were saying by measuring the vibrations off the light bulb. So you're going to have to turn off the lights when you have a private conversation now. Very fascinating. They're calling it Lamphone. And they actually have a whole video here. We're not going to watch the whole video. It's actually apparently the video is playing and looping for some reason. So the idea is that sound is obviously, and the louder and the crazier it happens to be, then you know, I go on fire here or whatever, and it's going to get louder and it increases vibrations. Well, what they're doing is they're using a special equipment on top of a telescope, and they're measuring the vibrations of sound waves off of the light bulb. Now, it has to be a hanging light bulb. So if it's like a fixed light bulb, like I got in this lamp here, whoa, then it won't work. But it has to be a hanging light bulb. So you get one of these hanging light bulbs, and then what we're going to be able to see is they're coming in here. Okay, I don't need that. I want to see the screenshots from the video here. So here you have the swinging light bulb. They have the conversation going on. Maybe we're talking on the phone. You got a couple guys talking back and forth. There's vibrations coming off of the light bulb. So they're measuring it with a basic telescope and an algorithm looking at the vibrational waves. And then they're running this back through a computer system. And the computer system is enabling them to actually reverse engineer what is being said. So they had over here, I think this might be it. I'm going to play as part of the video because I think this part here is where they actually recreated something. They were able to hear something and recreate it.
The signal is isolated from the raw optical signal in 4 states: normalization, noise reduction, and equalization.
It's at the end. By the way, trigger warning, by the way. So they're redeveloping this.
We also recovered a well-known statement made by President Donald Trump
that
was transcribed by Google Text-to-Speech API.
We will make America great again.
Trigger warning, like I said. So anyway, just utilizing the technology, a telescope, and an AI algorithm machine, which only costs like $400, they're actually able to eavesdrop on people if there happens to be a hanging light in the room. So next time you are having a private conversation and there's a hanging light bulb above you, you unscrew that bad boy and take it down, or they might actually figure out what you're saying from a distance. And this is quite a ways away. They actually measured this. So with that, on to our feature story. Now hackers are trying to use Captcha to get around the malware checkers. That's right. So to evade detection, hackers are now requiring targets to complete Captchas. It's like, hey, would you like to get malware on your computer? Just please go ahead and complete our Captcha form. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. So requiring human interaction thwarts automated analysis used by goodies. Goody two-shoes. So here it's checking your browser before accessing attachment. Oh, DDoS protection by Cloudflare. Woohoo, look at that. Well, what happens though is that since the automated tools can't get past this because of the Captcha, they basically stop. But the target lands on the page, you're like, oh, okay, I guess I gotta work on the Captcha by Cloudflare apparently, and then boom, that triggers getting in and installing the malware. So Microsoft had said that GraceWire is the Trojan that gets installed that they have seen. So this is the Excel files. I'm wondering if this is the Excel files I started seeing cycling around in my inbox at the early part of the plague. Where I was getting a lot of Excel SD file or XLSM file. Is it D or M files? Whatever, the Excel sheets with macros in them. I was getting a lot of them. I'm wondering if that's actually what this was. Of course, I never opened any of those up. But regardless, you can kind of see what they're doing, and this allows you to get around all of the automated tools because it now requires a manual intervention. So the person has to manually intervene before the malware will be presented, so the automated tools cannot spot it. These guys are brilliant, aren't they? So it literally looks like the Cloudflare site. Maybe there's another reason to not like Cloudflare, I guess. I don't know. So they have more information about it. So we have the email. It contains a malicious URL or maybe an HTML attachment, whatever the case happens to be. You get on a landing page with a Captcha, and then Excel file with malicious macros gets GraceWire installed to your Windows computer. Of course, switch to Linux won't be a problem. So anyway, that's actually neat. And I did love this promoted contact. So now I need captchas to get infected. The deal is getting worse all the time. Bravo to you. Is it Fear No More, I guess? Fear No More? Fear No More. Very, very cool. So very nice. Very nice. So that is our news for today. Let me know your thoughts on these articles in the comments down below. Subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so. Give me some comments. Give me some thumbs up, thumbs down, depending on what you liked or disliked in the video. So we will see you next time.